So I'm in Tampa, Florida right now.
Ooh. Why?
Just a little bit of context. These videos were filmed, I think.
Good morning, everybody. I know we're here super early. Super early, super early. Ashley, what's good over there? I really don't have much to talk about. I know. My day today, super busy, and I wanted to get this in because I just really don't have the time to make another wish list. So I figured that I would do this. This is really all I have time for right now, and every gift that I get during this live will be going to Hurricane Milton victims. I don't have it in me to make another wish list, and unfortunately I can't clone myself. Good morning. Good morning. Watching replay what? It's cold up here, y'all. It's getting cold. It's getting cold, so you know what that means. Hi, Finny. Oh, come say hi. Come on. This is Finn. She's mine. Are you my kitty? She is ready to go home. She's ready to go home. She's ready to go home. How is everybody else? Is everybody safe? I know that there's a lot of Floridians that follow me. Good morning, Crystal. I need to know the beef with Tech and Itty. Who's got an update for me? You have a home to go to. Do I? Because I recall my ex-fiance being evicted out of my condo, and I have to go all the way back and start with nothing again. So, that's fun. I've been looking. I haven't found it. Yes, I'm a Tech fan. I want y'all to know I'm a Tech fan. I am a fan of Tech. And I think that there's been some things brewing there for a while, not just with Tech, but with a lot of people, right? With a lot of people. I think that I kind of gravitate towards old school recovery, which is Tech, right? Because that was my mom. My mom was a lot like Tech in that way. But she did go too far. So Tech wasn't the only one that said that. So I'm confused. But I love Tech. I do like Tech. I did not. Can you pin it for me? I got a new phone. So now, guess how many devices, y'all? Guess how many devices? They did that with Jennifer too. That's what I got to say to that. I got a new phone. So one, I got the 16. 2, 3, 4, 5. It just doesn't end. But I'm a Tech fan, so I'm just gonna. Oh, good. I love Tech. So when my mom passed, she had like 20 years clean. And my mom was one of those real old school type women in, I don't know who's in here in recovery or not, but my mom was like the old school type, right? Like she was by the book, very, me either, grandbabies. Well, thank you, Charlie. Me either. Hey. And I think it's odd that they did the same thing by, you know what, Raggedy, you know what I do? I go into Text Live in the morning and I'll throw her like a bigger gift just to piss people off. Because some people are so fucking petty. And I don't know. Maybe it's because she reminds me of my mom because I really don't interact with her much, you know? But I am Team Tech. But and I think that's why I like her, Crystal. That's why I like her. You know. Hi, Nookie. Nookie, did you screen record that live? I'd like to see it. I did see somebody in the chat say that they relapsed and that they were better now. Last March I relapsed and I after 5.5 years of sobriety, and everything happens for a reason, right? My normal pattern as far as relapses go is I run. I'll stay using a year, 2 years until I feel like giving up. You know, I overdosed, I was back, right back to it. There wasn't even like I didn't even miss a beat. And had I not done that, my mom, I would have never been there to take care of her. I would have never been here to help my siblings with their grief, right? Everything happens for a reason. But to say that she's racist is a little extreme. Is Jennifer in here? And so Becky Lynn, that's how I feel. Like if I made it through the last year of my life sober, there ain't gonna be nothing that makes me use. Nothing. You know, like I had to watch my mom die. My ex-fiance that I was with for 8 years just decided to smoke meth one day, right? Hi Hales, how are you? My entire life was in shambles. Okay? My entire life was in shambles. If I was getting ripped apart all over the internet over lies, right? If that didn't make me get high, I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. Grief is difficult, right? Like it comes like in for anybody just coming in, any gift that I get during this live is going to Hurricane Milton victims, because I personally just don't have the time to make another wish list. And I know that that sounds crazy, right? But those wish lists take a bit. And then managing them to make sure that like things that are necessary, that are bought out, get replenished, it takes a bit, right? So thank you guys. Yeah, no, I don't believe tech's racist at all. Not even a little bit. But I'm really big on patterns of behavior, right? And didn't they just do this with Jennifer? I don't know. And also, I've said a million times, did I think that Nicole should have interrupted the first live? 1000%. Everything that went on after that, clout chase. Sorry, not sorry. I'm sorry. There she is. It's dog hair flying up.
Am I echoing?
No.
I'm always worried about an echo.
Why?
I don't know, because it hurts people's ears and it's a freaking annoying.
Yeah. I missed that live yesterday, but I don't believe a word that comes out of that crew's mouth, just so we're clear.
Yeah, here's the thing. Do I have a beef? Do I want a beef? No, I really, Itty and B, there was really no beef. I went into that original live. I didn't really, sometimes I forget people's users names. There was a lot of people up in the box. I caught some things. I heard crackhead this and crackhead that. And I was getting bits and pieces of what, happened with Lisa, that initial thing. So I went over there and just was educating pretty much that when you roll up on somebody, and I said it the way I said it. So that she took that as an attack, and I pretty much, we watched them one time. Nicole, I'm gonna mention Nicole. She was having a live one day, and we wasn't shaming her job. We was not.
Oh yeah, I did actually. I was watching on your end that live.
Yeah, we was not. We cutting up. Yeah, have we heard them cutting up? Shit, we ain't. You gonna sit there and tell me, Itty, to shove my rebel flag up my ass, you motherfucking racist?
But where's
So
the
who are
proof of
you
that?
trying to convince on that shit?
Where'd that come from?
I have no clue. I
Because
have
I
no
don't get
clue.
that vibe at all. I was
I have
telling people
no
before
clue.
you came in that, like, you remind me of my mom, right? When my mom died, she had 20 years sober. She was real recovery, right? Like, she was, no, I'm not gonna fucking skirt around the issue. It just is what it is. She's not gonna sugarcoat it. And that's why I think that I kind of gravitate towards you a little bit. I also think that they did the same shit with Jennifer and pulled this racist shit.
You know,
And
have I
that's
had unpopular opinion? Yes. Do I feel that, Itty had some, and then Nicole and the way she did it all seemed pretty much,
No, I'm with you.
there's a lot of behind the scenes shit. And you know
Amen.
what? Kudos to you. You know what I'm saying? Kudos to you. I don't excuse Lisa is lying, conning, manipulating. I know some girls that go out and suck dick. I got some that boost. Everybody got their thing to get what they want to get. Do I condone the behavior? Fuck no.
Oh, I
Do I
get it.
tell the naive people stop giving your money to the every crying little story out there? Yeah. But they to me that just goes to the vigilantes. Okay.
I think that we have a
Open
very
season now.
similar opinion as far as Lisa goes as well. Like, Lisa might be doing shitty things. Yes, nobody is saying that she's not doing shitty things on the internet. However, she's still, I'm of the opinion that as long as she's got a heartbeat, she's got hope, right? Nobody thought that I would ever get fucking clean. Nobody thought I would get clean. I couldn't keep a rig out of my arm for an hour, right? So I try to level with that side of it, right? And I think that people call me an enabler because I won't post her. Why do I need to post her? 200 other channels are covering her. Why does it need to be me?
Amen. Amen to that. I lost my train of thought. What was I gonna say? Shit. I gotta stop looking at the chat.
And there is a lot, I think, that you and I both know more than a lot of people do know because we both speak to Jess. And I think that there's a lot that people don't know, and I think that if they did know, that might change a lot. Will it change a lot? It will change the direction of where the hate goes.
There was four different reasons why that happened that night. I heard that they wanted the dad to figure it out. I don't want to see her up on my FYP no more. Well, now I know you've been watching her for a little while. My unpopular opinion, I believe the girl was excited when she found out that, because everybody knew she was going to end up at her dad's. We've been watching this saga long enough to where now you got a bird's eye view, and that's just. For real, if she was in, because everybody said, what if she was in your neighborhood? I would, her being on her phone, standing out on the fucking corner ain't illegal.
I mean, I would call the cops as a public nuisance. I will admit that. However, what occurred after that is really what I had a problem with, right? It was the incessant live hopping, and I wasn't necessarily quiet about it, so I don't understand why it's an issue.
Speaking of that, because that's the narrative they're trying to run with. They're trying to run with the fact that everybody was okay and was, rejoicing and bowing down to Nicole until a certain person said that they didn't believe it was cool.
Yeah, I will say, I admitted that Lisa, let me be clear. I admitted that Lisa's live should have been interrupted. I think that the people in her chat needed to know what was going on from somebody there. After that point, it should have been radio silence. She didn't need to come to the internet and claim it.
She's walking behind my house again. Oh my God.
That's the thing, villain. That's the thing. We had just stated that it wasn't funny. And if you wanted to do it, you could have just did it. You didn't have to tell the whole internet.
Exactly.
To me, that looked like you wanted recognition for what you did. And you wanted kudos. And now you're crying that you're getting hate. Well, what did you expect?
I heard that, Lori. That's true, though, Jennifer. So is it everybody changed their mind, or is it just Jennifer? Because when you start putting stuff and saying them, they, Jennifer changed her mind. Not everybody, because some people already had their freaking opinion.
Jennifer
There was an
spoke about it.
unpopular one.
Yeah.
And I did hear Jennifer say that.
But Jennifer and I spoke about it. I believe it was the next day when like there was 24-hour lives going on.
I'm not talking
It
you,
was
I'm talking about other
that
people's
next day.
stories.
And Jennifer and I spoke about it, and we felt the same way.
Yeah.
So intention is everything. Intention is everything. And you could sit and you could say, I had $15,000 first. You could do that. That's all fine and good, but your content changed to Lisa.
Listen, and my thing was, I didn't say anything about it. The act itself, the thing that happened, I didn't say that it was right or wrong.
Right.
That was not my opinion. My opinion was you put everybody in a dangerous situation.
Agreed.
Including the one you walked with. That was my only thing. You never know who you're dealing with. She lost everything. She has nothing to lose anymore. When you roll up on somebody, even if you know them, you put yourself into a dangerous situation. So be very careful, vigilantes who want to roll up on somebody. Is all I was, the point I was trying to make.
As long as you know them, it's okay. As long as you know them, it's okay. Like, and
No, it's not. You want me to tell you a story?
Okay.
Let me tell you a
Let me
story.
get this real quick. Nicole was the one sending itty pics of Lisa's dad driveway before she got kicked out of her apartment.
What?
I can't
Wow.
Reaper, you here? Because I know Reaper was up all night with her daughter in the storm. Also, just reiterate,
Last time,
in Florida or the path of Milton, I hope you're safe. All of my gifts will be donated to the victims of the storm.
Wow, she's
Yes,
making a
I
noise.
came across. Let me.
Laffy, mute a minute. Mute, Laffy.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to go in the box.
You're fine.
Do you know how to drop?
Yeah.
Sound like you're putting away
No, you
groceries
draw
or
me.
something.
Yes, hold on.
Sorry about that.
Wow.
Hold on, listen.
Harassing her? What in the F are you doing? And like another thing, I'm really also tired of like people messaging me like people don't realize something. I've been speaking to Itty a long time before this even happened.
There it is.
So I'm so tired of the negativity that comes out of that too, because like I spoke to her before that night even happened.
I bet you did.
And it's just like, again, if you don't like somebody that's in my boxes or that I speak to, like, okay, fine. You don't have to, but guess what? We're adults. Either you sit and listen or you keep it scrolling.
That's why they're mad at me, because I said she was excited when she fought. Everybody wanted to know, is she out of the apartment? She out of the apartment? That girl was excited. That's why they're mad at me, because I had an unpopular opinion.
I'm gonna say it again. Y'all talk too fucking much.
Oh, too much. She ain't too
Y'all talk
much.
too much. And if you can't be honest and live with integrity and your story keeps changing, you are the reason that this shit happens, because people pick up on it, right? And then when people have something to say about it, y'all don't like it.
And then you got to resort to calling somebody a racist. Not you, Nicole. You're itty. You're itty.
And listen, the racism comes from the fight they had with Jen, because Jen had stayed friends with us. You know, Itty had said in her own words, and there's proof, just hasn't come out yet. There's proof that you chose racists over us, over her.
But I'm not exactly clear on this situation. All I know is that Jen said, like, mocked. Jen, are you here? I thought I saw you come in. Something about Jen saying something about sheets because
that was Chevy.
That was Chevy.
Now, the one lady, she always would say, go clean your sheets or something. And Chevy can explain this. And we already had a live. I could pull the live up for you if you want to listen to it, or I'll send it to you. But Chevy, explained it. We were all okay. And now it's coming back up again. We already had this discussion in Melly's live about the sheet thing. It was because of what the chick used to say all the time.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Because Jen went to look for the slur and she couldn't find it. Because I was texting her and she was like, me and Janelle had sent her all the screenshots, and she couldn't find it. And then they
Oh,
were
so there
like,
was no racism.
there was nothing there.
Then
No.
they said that we have a 3-hour live that's posted on YouTube right now. I watched half of it and I fell asleep. But supposedly in that live, somebody said something down in the chat before B came up, something about watermelon and picking cotton. Tell
Yeah.
Was
me
it
where
you?
that was said.
No.
I didn't say that.
We never even saw the comment.
And
had mods in
my
there.
chat would have been all over that, and I
Yes.
would have seen the chat going, "What's this?" And I would have scrolled back. We
Right.
didn't see none of that, and when you do a download, because we had to have show me download that live,
Yep.
and they don't show things, but it
doesn't show
said that I
comments.
reacted to it, and
That's
I
why I
have a
screen record
friend
'em.
named Watermelon. Her name's Watermelon, so I always say a lot of times, "Hey, Watermelon." You know what I'm saying? I got a friend named Watermelon. Where
It
you
had
at,
nothing to do with
Watermelon?
her. They just
They
want to
said it
throw
had
something
nothing
at
to
the
do with
wall to get
that.
it to stick. That's what it is.
But yeah,
Oh.
then it was we were making lies about them. They were going over there saying that we were over on our side talking about how Itty made $600. No. Itty came over saying that she had reported Lisa's Cash App 600 times. We corrected that shit. We never said anything. I don't give a fuck about that girl fucking battling. I did say it's funny how you gained all your people and now you're going to start battling and Lisa's, you're done with Lisa, but then you keep popping in shit with Lisa.
She wants
And,
to say that she had a platform before Lisa. No.
and she may have.
And
She may have.
She had
I will say
yes,
this. So
she
when I
did.
first
Don't care.
started covering Lisa, I did think that going for the money was the smartest way to go about it, right?
Yeah.
And so I said that. I said the cash apps are the best way to go about it. Shut them down.
Not
But I
cloning them,
know-
though. Not cloning them.
No,
Reporting
see,
them.
Reporting.
That's where
Because
I'm
they were
going.
cloning them,
Okay?
too.
That's where I'm going. I didn't know that there was cloning being involved, and I didn't know that information was not turned over to the people who were investigating it. What are you
Exactly.
doing it for?
Exactly.
So this screenshot that's up is actually the
I don't know.
screenshot of the
Can somebody
comment.
tell me how to big box?
Hit her box and hit expand.
And then you'll see a little black thing. Well, it's like a box, and it looks like
Yeah,
it goes
there
like...
you go. Good
Gotcha.
job.
Excuse me.
She got it.
You got a
So-
mod in here that could shut the comment off.
So there's a lot
can
of them.
I might. It's crazy in here right now.
So there's a lot of screenshots because originally she said that I came for her and not Christy, and I have the screenshot of that. But here is the issue where she lies, and this is what I said. If what is my thing standing up for a woman who doesn't deserve to be called names, and FYI, the awareness isn't working, but hey, you do you, boo-boo, and make sure you wash them sheets this week. Now, the backstory of that is every time she was in Jennifer's and drama would start and she wanted everybody to shut up, she would tell people, go wash your sheets, go wash your ass,
Right.
go clean your floors. So that was my statement. She proceeded to respond and say, thanks for mentioning the sheets. My house cleaners will be coming this week, right on time, like always do. So that is the problem that she had,
That's the
and that
comment that
was
started the whole thing.
Yes.
that is the comment that started the whole racial thing.
Yep.
That's what she said. Listen, I'm petty. I'm petty as fuck. And so I gave her back what she gave to everybody else.
Right. But can I ask you
They're
this?
playing checkers. We're playing chess.
Well,
You love
wasn't she
saying that.
always telling people go wash your sheets or something?
She was. And that's why I told her, you do you,
Right.
boo-boo, and make sure you wash them sheets. Now,
Right.
here, since there's
So
400...
that's where this racism came from?
This is where she said that I was being racist because I told her to wash her sheets.
And me, I don't know how I got dubbed it, to be honest
So
with
what was
you.
it when she told other people to wash their sheets?
I don't know. So she spun it. So here, and this is since you have 476 people, and she runs with this narrative that I came for her. I didn't. Let me show you the original screenshot.
Actually, I'll keep this one. Yeah, let me keep this one. I'll display it on top later. Okay, and I think that's it, right?
So this right here was Thin's video. Am I echoing?
No, I can hear you.
I wasn't sure if I was echoing. So this is Thin's video, and that was where she was replying to Christy's comment. My very first comment was, wait, did she just call someone a rackhead? Now, B will spin it and say that I came for her and not for Christy. I actually didn't come for anybody. I made an original comment right here, and B felt the need to reply. And this is where the replies start going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So, B, I never came for her. I simply made a comment on a video. She felt the need to reply to my comment, and I continued to reply to her. I mean, I can show the whole thread.
No, I believe you. I just think that so I do think that sometimes things get taken out of context. Um Hold on a second now. Hold on. Y'all know I don't do this, right? I'm muting you for a second, baby blue, because your background noise.
I don't think she knows she's up here. She probably doesn't.
Ah, here it is. Click on her box and hit mute. You can mute her. You click on her box and then you hit the mute button. You click on her box and you can also exit her out. If you had a mod in here, they could do it too. If they had super mod status. I can't hear anybody.
Okay.
No, I hear you.
I can't hear anybody.
Okay.
Hazel, you're echoing.
We good now?
Lordy B.
We're all good?
We good?
I think we're good.
Hazel, let me see, because you was echoing.
Hold down on my notifications. I
Are we
think
good?
Perfect, right?
I have a friend showing up here in a little bit, so when he gets here, I gotta go.
You're good. You're good. I'm not going to be long anyway. This was not what this was supposed to be. I was kind of talking about you, saying that I appreciate like the no bullshit, and we got here. I think that what people fail to realize is that TikTok's new AI system will pick up a comment in seconds. You don't even have to see it. You won't see it. You'll finish the comment and system notification pops up. So it's crazy. We're not talking about Victoria. Are you deaf? Sorry.
Oh, don't get me started on that.
Right. It is too sensitive. And I've tried to talk to, because I have an agency, and that's the only reason why I still have this page. Right. But that I've tried to talk to them about it. But their AI system is so sensitive, it picks up things that like you're not meaning it in a bad way. That
Well,
right
and
there.
Listen, Wicked said, I don't like when the crew brings up race constantly. Some people keep people around because they can play that card.
Yeah.
Sadly, and that's not what I'm saying. What's happening, but you got to think of the plausible out here, people. You know what I'm saying? Like, be a free thinker. I don't want
But you
anybody
can't just
going.
call somebody a racist for nothing.
Well, they called
Well,
us bullies too, and you know, and are there some people that might say some shit? I don't control what other people do out there, and I surely be reminding them, you know, behave out there. But I don't. I mean, I'm free thinkers. I
well,
don't
and
control
I would
anybody.
understand if that comment didn't have a history, but that comment has a history of her
Right.
saying it in almost every live.
Right.
So I was done. I was done with the back and forth. I literally just was done. And that was my ending comment. That was the mic drop of, okay, this is how you always ended people to shut up in Jennifer's live, was tell them to wash their sheets and wash their ass. I'm sorry, I didn't include the washing your ass part. I mean, I don't know.
100%.
But then
Hold on.
you guys are going around saying that we're all these things and we're not. Don't put that on us. Don't do that.
Right. That's not fair.
No.
And nobody's being a bully. The bullying that I see is what she did to show me the body shaming, which was utterly disgusting. And then the threats that she made, which nobody's afraid of her. I'm sorry. I mean,
Which one? Who are we talking about? And
yes. I'm personally not. And, like, it's just disgusting. Like, nobody has to act like that, and the yelling and the screaming and like you can't even have a conversation with somebody when they're acting like that. Like we're adults, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and that's what I've missed a lot of the lives because of that.
Here,
So it
time out,
just
time out for a minute. Listen. Here, let me get this volume up. Hold on.
And what they can do about it.
What's that got to do with the price of tea in China?
Exactly. Because they just held a live the other day was talking shit because my son's father's an attorney.
No, we didn't.
Now they was doing that too, so what they gonna do with him?
No, hold on, here it comes.
Make that make sense. I don't give a fuck about gonna try to get you in trouble. Girl, can't nobody get me in trouble, Victoria. I'm grown.
And then for Tech and show me with her fat 62 chin self, you know, you want to sit there and talk shit, I'm gonna talk shit. But beside the point,
We never talked shit on her,
bring me in a
fucking
box.
anything about her. We did post, I did send a picture to my friend that got shamed 2 days ago. No, day and a half ago. I gave her a picture from somebody's own page. And yeah, she has body shamed, mouth shamed.
Yep.
And we gave it back to her for a split second. And T, she shamed T in her dentures. I'm 63 years old. She's age shaming. Yeah, that was Nicole.
Is she perfect?
Well,
So
we
Bill-
proved
so-
it. We proved yesterday. Show me posted the picture for a minute, and we showed that she sure ain't, and neither are we. So the whole thing was we said about, well, damn, she's working. It was the day we were streaming, and I said, we're getting to know you. You're a new character in the fucking Lisa saga. So yeah, we got to know you. So while I was on a live, we watched your live for about fucking 10 minutes. It ain't like we've been staying the fuck on you. We don't do that. And we said, damn, she's in a client's house, I'd be pissed. Some people voiced their opinion how they, if she was in my house cleaning it on a live, and then I laughed how she ran past the screen 5 fucking times with one pillow. So did that warrant what Show Me got?
I think that I have a very different so I'm friends with Jess, and I really didn't like the way that the situation was handled. That does not mean that I agree with what Lisa does, right? But you have an open line of communication. You could have interrupted the live and then called her fucking father, right? You could have called Jess.
Like my neighborhood, I've lived here my
I just can't.
it's a public forum open to opinions. If she doesn't like it, then she can get off the app. Like you can't expect people to stream 24/7 and then get mad whenever people have
She
opinions
ain't going
on
on
it.
about me.
Did you hear the first live? Our first, you know.
I didn't. I'm just coming in blind.
All right, here.
I asked in the chat.
You want to listen?
And that's how this happened.
You want to listen real
Yeah,
quick?
go ahead.
We wouldn't do. We do shit that we say we, you know.
Wait. This ain't the one. This is look, because I've been. I was at,
live, whatever you want to call them.
Here it is.
Everybody doing?
Check, how are you, babe?
Check. Am I? I'm not echoing, am I?
This is that night.
Evening.
You good girl.
Bad TikTok glitches going around. Bad. They're dropping people out of boxes, adding people to invites.
Girl, it's called Timu Wi-Fi. Girl,
They
it's
all
Timu
love me over there.
No,
We love you, Tech.
my live, they said my live started doing a loop earlier.
That's
What?
cool.
Crazy.
I'm kidding.
Is she new here?
So, you know, there's 2 paths Lisa can choose to go down. She can choose to go down the path of righteous and get right. And that requires her to walk through a set of doors, which guilt and shame is keeping her where she's at.
Agreed.
Former crackhead here. The guilt and shame kept me out longer
Agreed.
than I needed to be. The other path, probably, I'm seeing her ending up at ACJ, and I know she definitely don't want to go there because ACJ ain't no joke, or institution or death, because that's our end. And everybody is tuning in to watch to find out what happens next. And what happens next isn't pretty. It's not. And I would like to take a moment of silence for Lisa and for any other addict out there, crackhead, junkie, useless,
Hopeless.
anyone out there that's still sick and suffering. If they find their way, because they're lost, and they do shit that they normally wouldn't do. We do shit that we say we would I would never do that. And guess what? Here I am fucking doing it. And I'm sure glad that I didn't have no damn TikTok when I was out there, because y'all be covering me right now. And for the girl that rolled up on Lisa tonight, you lucky you didn't roll up on me, because I would have handled that. And be very vigilant about your surroundings when you want to go do some shit like that again.
So I know the family. I've known the family for 22 years.
Kudos. And kudos.
But I'm not going to sit here with her in my neighborhood, bring her BS around where my kids lay their head, and she's on live saying she's lost when she's sitting across the street from her parents.
Okay, well that was a solution to get her quiet. Did it quiet her? Is she quiet now?
It's not a solution to get her quiet. It was the hope that her dad was
in the neighborhood. Is she getting her out of the neighborhood? Is that what you're trying to do? I was wrong for that? Wrong for what? What was I wrong for? Just talking about something. I agree with
that.
Say somebody
it shouldn't be recorded, and it shouldn't be put on TikTok for everybody to see. I've been saying that the whole live. I don't agree with it either.
What I'm saying is that could be dangerous. And I'm glad that you know her for 20-some years, and that's how you rolled up on her. I'm just saying, you could roll up on the wrong one sometime. One time. Seriously.
Like I said, I physically know who she is. I've known the family. I've been a part of the family. I was engaged to her cousin.
Okay, so have you ever seen somebody? Have you ever seen anybody in a full rage to get what they need to get? Have you ever known somebody to choke another person out and take their life and be still one to continue getting high?
That was his girlfriend.
You don't need to be
still getting high.
You don't need to be coming on here attacking me.
I'm not attacking you. I'm very passionate. Let me turn my voice down. Hold on. Let me turn it down.
Understand something. I did this hoping her dad. I know the inside story. I'm hoping that this will now push her dad to push her out that door and into a rehab, because he doesn't believe this is what's going on.
Oh, I've heard him in a pickup truck. He knows what's going on. I'll go away.
No, Tech, you are welcome here.
I'll go away.
No, you're welcome here.
Tech, you have a valid point, and I've been saying this the same thing a couple times. It's okay for us to have different opinions. Hold on, it's okay for Tech to feel.
Mine's an unpopular one. Mine's an unpopular one, but
mine is too. I'm on your page. I don't think what was done tonight was right either. I don't think it should be broadcast on TikTok. I don't think any of that should. I've been saying that forever. I've been getting all kinds of comments down here, but it's okay to agree to disagree. But if that's what you agree with, that's what you agree with.
Not attacking nobody. Tech is just very opinionated, and she just got a loud voice like we all do.
It's okay if Tech feels.
That was Nelly agreeing that I wasn't attacking anybody, but they've been on this kick since, and they drugged. Yeah, so
that way about what happened. I think that's valid, and I don't think it's right either that it should be put on TikTok.
Lisa
but I'm not going to be disrespectful to nobody. I'm going to respect other people's opinions.
Lisa does broadcast. Lisa broadcasts every single day. We know this. She broadcasts. She went from 650 people in her room to 4,500, and we've seen it go quick. We've watched her deteriorate before our eyes. People see it. And, I'm just going to continue praying for her. I don't really hop in discussions too much about her no more, because she's at her bitter ends. And I hope what you did tonight, does maybe click something in her head. I pray that works.
But that's the thing about posting on TikTok.
That was disrespecting, and Lisa's supposedly here. You're sending more casts.
I didn't post me recording her. You all heard her end of it.
Tech was disrespecting.
So I just want to say one thing, Nicole. If she's forced to go to rehab, it's not going to work. No. If she's forced to go, it does. Listen, I went to jail. I'll be clean 11 years next month. Girl, I was in the psych hospital twice. That still didn't make me want to go. You know what I'm saying? If she's forced to go, then it's not going to do her any good, because as soon as she gets out, she's going to get right back to it. And this time it's going to be worse because she's going to be clean. You know what I'm saying? This is my only opinion about the rehab thing. What you did, sweetie. That's got nothing to do with me. But if she's forced to go, it's not going to work. And when she gets out, she's going to think, oh, I can still do the same amount that I was doing before. And that may be the last time she does it.
It's like the 302.
Yeah.
It's like the 302. It didn't work.
I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. Hold on. I wasn't trying to be disrespectful what I said. And maybe I did come off wrong, but maybe the street in me came out for a second. Just letting anybody know, if you're going to roll up on somebody like that, and you thinking that it's just a little crackhead that ain't got no weight behind them, you better watch out for them ones. Seriously, that's where I was going with that.
Capable of, and so Jess, can you unmute for a second just so I can clarify something before I get off here?
But kudos.
Jessica.
Yeah.
He's exposed.
Does your dad not believe what is actually going on?
Crickets.
Or should I say he wants to not believe what's actually going on?
I heard a year ago, I heard him in the truck. She was doing something, and he knows what she's doing. He might not know the extent of it now.
She's not supposed to be on.
Well, we all knew that.
That's it. That was me attacking her that day. Now they coming out, they coming after Show Me, because Show Me voiced her. She was over in Jen's live or somebody's live, and she was telling her truth. I hopped in a box, Show Me hopped in a box, and she said she was over there telling her side, and then she got tag teamed by me and Show Me. Show Me.
How long ago was that, Tech? What's the date of that live?
It was Jennifer's live, so I can ask Jennifer.
This was like about a week and a half ago, maybe.
Oh, Mellie's live?
All day, every day.
That one was the night that was the day that shit popped off. When was that?
Last week.
That was the original time that when Lisa was live, that she went and rolled up on her, and we heard her on Lisa's live. That was a little over a month ago.
It might have been like that later on that evening, or because I had just seen it. Somebody did. I heard, Lisa's live and the person behind. I didn't know who the person was behind.
Right. I got you.
Then lives were happening. She popped in. Who's live?
Yep.
It was me. I did it.
Yep. But that's where I had a problem. I really didn't have a problem with the initial interruption of the live, right? Because I do think that the people that were watching Lisa's live needed to understand that there was somebody that understood what was going on. I didn't have a problem there. My problem came every minute after that. It was a fucking worldwide press tour. All day, every day, even at work, doing this, doing that. That's where my problem came into it. Especially when you weren't, like, that girl's not Jess's friend.
And we're not bringing in, she bringing up that we're bringing in her kid. You brought your kid in. We just had a discussion about it a couple fucking times. And we're not, I don't believe in going real life with anybody. I don't believe in threatening messages. And I share that all the time. If you're thinking you're being a friend of mine and you're doing that shit, don't be my friend no more. I don't want to be a part of that part. And I feel bad that she's getting the hate that she's getting. And some of it, I think, if somebody was up in my shit, I'd be showing that motherfucking shit, saying, see what the fuck I'm getting?
Do I think that she's getting hate? Probably.
Yeah, for sure. But it ain't me.
No, I agree with that. And I think that happens a lot when people have like large followings and like they're credible and have a voice, right? People just want somebody to blame. And there's so many people that have an opinion about this, but they're afraid. The first time that I made a video when I was like, are y'all stalking this girl? And my DMs was slapped full of people saying thank you because I don't make videos and I don't make content, but that was too far. So there are a lot of people that feel that way. They might not be as vocal, but they feel that way, and it's been going on ever since. She is not Nicole's friend. If she was Nicole's friend, she would have called Jess. She would have called Jess and said, "Get your sister out of the front of my house."
She wanted the kudos for it. She wanted to be
I agree.
noticed for it and get the
I
fame
agree.
for it.
Well,
I'm sorry,
so-
and it wasn't
Some
funny.
just clinked. Chevy, correct me if I'm wrong, please do. But now the beef is the thing is that she's making all this ruckus in the neighborhood. But she was on a live one night saying, let me know if you hear a train or a motorcycle in Lisa's live. So therefore, you had to have somebody else in Lisa's live let you know if you hear a train. So that meant you didn't hear Lisa.
So it was that night, and she claimed that Lisa's not supposed to be on TikTok, and she wanted to go tell Lisa's dad so that he knew that she was out front doing it. Now here's the thing, it's from one street to the next. Before she went up to her, she said, "All right, everybody listen. If I hear a train, I know right where she is." She heard the train, they went for a walk.
No, she heard the motorcycle. She didn't hear the trains.
Driving by, beeping the horn.
She heard a noise. Yeah, but here's the problem. Is all this is going on, so all this argument, and they're running with this and they're bringing this up, but what it's doing is it's pushing away the fact that a lot of people aren't noticing. And Bama Bev asked it, are we going to connect the timing of her coming up on L, then coming into a live claiming it? Now here's the thing, if she didn't know Itty and she didn't know them, how did she know that immediately after to do it, to come straight to that live, get in a box,
She
and
knew
say y'all did it?
instant, because I was in there before she got in there.
But here's where it connects. If you listen in that live before Tech gets in a box, if you listen to live, Eddie gets in a box and goes, "The moment I heard that voice, I knew it was you." So if this girl hasn't been around and she hasn't been talking about Lisa, how would Eddie know her voice? Because you never see Nicole in the video. You hear her voice. So that's why I'm saying there's been a lot of back-end conversations between Eddie and Nicole leading up to this.
I agree.
She ran around the block just to antagonize her.
Did you most recently hear the last person that called her out on a live behind? That chick
No,
said,
I've been super busy with like real life stuff. The only thing I heard was because it was about you.
Yeah, there was Lisa was on a live and she was asking for bus fare, and some chick walked up to her, and this, I mean, has anybody found her on live yet? There was a chick in the background, and she said something, and she said the bus ain't this much. She said, "You trying to get your fix?" She said, "Because
it was a passerby,
and the girl said, "So am I."
It was a passerby.
She gets called out every single day, every single day in her chat.
And the girl said, if you just want some rack, why don't you just say that?
Just
I got
say it.
some. And she ended the live.
Yes.
Okay, but before we get off on that, what I want to keep going with this back end stuff. So the protection order that was served, right? That was from an ex-mod. If y'all pay attention, Itty is friends with the ex-mod sister. She knew when that protection order was going to be served on Lisa, and Nicole was in the box and outside waiting on it. Listen, it's all a back end thing. Itty is into it a lot more than what people, or than she's putting on.
Oh, I 1000% agree. I also think that it's really frowned upon to not tell the whole truth on a protection order, right? And I think that for those of you that don't know, I did speak to Kim H, and I have probably 2 hours of that call recorded. I was not alone on that phone call. And I think that it's really shitty to go as far as to file a protection order to shut Lisa up so Lisa can't tell how involved you really were.
Listen, they threatened Chevy. They threatened Chevy to go real light to call her boss.
They can call my boss. I don't give a shit. My boss
and they
is a
told
bitch.
me that I needed to worry about my own shit because of my husband. Like that shit ain't. I've already been doxxed on this app. My children have been doxxed. I just don't talk about it every day. I've gotten threatening messages. I keep doing me because that's all I can do.
Right.
So that's what I want everybody to pay attention to, though, is that if y'all remember, Itty held a YouTube live about 2 or 3 months ago, uncovering all this about Kim K or Kim whatever, the ex mod. And then all of a sudden her sister pops up on TikTok. Listen, there's a lot of back end stuff and people think that it's just by chance.
I agree.
She's finding these people. She's not. She's really not. And I want people to focus on that. Forget everything else they're saying about us or anybody else. I want y'all to put a timeline together, get you a whole broadside of a barn, and go back. They're not smart enough to realize that it's
Not
just an easy
attacking
puzzle
Ronnie in my
piece.
comments, right? We're not doing that.
No. Ronnie's, I love Ronnie.
Yeah,
I love Ronnie.
Ronnie has a lot to know about Nicole. So.
Yeah, Ronnie, and first of all, I probably talk to Jess every day, and Jess was genuinely, like, she felt some kind of way because that girl was supposed to be her friend, and she was texting Jess all day long, worried because Lisa had been MIA all day, and then all of a sudden, it flips the script, and she's doing this.
That I didn't
That's not
know.
your friend.
Dylan, we didn't know that. We did not know that.
Right.
What part?
What Dylan just said.
I do know that.
You want me to repeat it? I'm sorry.
Can you repeat it,
Kurt's
Dylan?
texting.
Can you repeat it?
Oh yeah, she's been friends. So that day, right? Earlier that day, when Nicole called out Lisa, right? Lisa had not been seen or heard from since like that 4:30 in the morning live or whatever. So Jess asked, she's like, have you seen or heard anything about Lisa? And I said no. And then later on is when Jess didn't name Nicole to me, but she said, well, my friend lives there and my friend keeps giving me updates about this, that, and the other thing. She's so worried about her because she hasn't been there. How do we go from worried to what you're doing?
That's wow. That is wow.
So like this is and so like you said, like there's a lot that people don't know. And I told Jess when I found out, she was like, that's the girl that I've been telling you about all day. And I was like, that girl ain't your fucking friend. Your friend would have interrupted the live and then gone to your father and said, yo, go get your kid. Your friend wouldn't have made this whole big scene. That ain't your friend.
And that's why Ronnie said what she said.
Absolutely.
Yep. And everyone came for Ronnie and was like, well, where have you been?
Absolutely.
Like, really?
Yep.
What do you expect them? What do you expect them to do? They can't take her kicking and screaming.
They and listen, it really bothers me, and it's not my place to say, right? Because it necessarily isn't my business, but there is a lot that people don't know. So to attack the sisters who legitimately are probably the only ones that have tried is madness. Ronnie having her own personal feelings about Nicole's issues, that completely separate, right? Jess and Nicole was supposedly friends, and she was texting Jess all these things for updates and then blasts her on the fucking internet. Why didn't you just text Jess?
Yeah, Ronnie's the
That's
reason
what
why.
I didn't like.
Ronnie
That's when
said,
I said something's off here.
And do we all remember
and
when
it hasn't
Ronnie?
stopped since.
Do we all remember when Ronnie used to drive far to take Lisa to the clinic every day? So don't come in there and say, well, Ronnie never did nothing. Ronnie had a baby and Ronnie was raising her family.
That's right.
So, again, you all are jumping on the bandwagon years later.
Right.
Not you,
There's
Dylan.
so
I'm just
much
saying
that
them.
people don't know. There
Like,
really
again,
is. And I think actually, I texted Jess, I think last week, and I said, I think it might be time for you to say some things, right? I think it might be time because it's not fair that the hate is coming to you and your sisters when it should be directed somewhere else, right? And she said, you said the same thing.
Yep. Texted absolutely say that, yes.
Well, you know, Lisa has a Snapchat now, and I added it, and I haven't had any conversation with her at all, like even on TikTok. And she had messaged me, and it wasn't any hi, hello. It was just literally a link to her Venmo.
Yep. Listen to me. I gave up. right? Because I would say for a solid 2 weeks, it was not easy trying to find a bed that would take her on that high of a dose of methadone and her insurance. I tried. That's when I originally messaged you, Tech, and I said, can you please email me? And so that, because I wanted to know
He
what
has
had already
everything.
been done so I knew where to go. Lisa can go to treatment at any given time, okay?
Any day,
Lisa is
24/7.
choosing this life. And I know that that sounds crazy, right? Because we can't imagine in our logical minds why somebody would try to choose to live this type of life. She is choosing it. She knows at any given time she could call Tech, she could call me, and she would be in rehab the same day.
Oh, I get it. I sent her a long video. I mean, not a long one, but told her, I said, you probably won't ever watch this, but I mean, I sent her an encouraging video and told her, you know, she's been in recovery before. She knows what it takes, and you know, it's possible and she can do it. So, and a bunch of other things. So we'll see if she opens it and reads it, but I doubt it.
My whole opinion
Can
on
you
what
hear me?
Nicole did on
I can hear
Lisa's.
you.
I gotta go. I gotta go. I'll be back though.
Go ahead. I'm gonna end soon anyway. I just wanted to know what happened.
Thank you. And if you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask her if you need me to.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna message you after because there's something I found out about during this live, and I just have questions about.
Okay, hon.
All right.
My
Have a
whole
good
opinion
day.
on what Nicole did though was counterproductive.
It was.
Because what it did is the people that don't know the story, you just made them say, "Oh shit, we've got to get her out of that area because people are walking by screaming at her." So she may have only gotten $20 from that live, but because you walked by and screamed and threatened her,
People
people
felt
saw
bad.
it and said, "Oh shit," and they
So
probably just started
that's
rolling the fuck in.
So it's
that's a
counterproductive.
big reason just for me, right? If anybody that doesn't know this, I retired in September, right? Because what I was finding was the more I posted about these people, the more attention it brought them, right? And that was counterproductive to what I was trying to do. I was trying to lower the numbers, not bring them higher.
I'm
So
glad you admit that.
I stopped doing awareness.
I'm
All
glad you admit that, villain, because
what?
I'm glad you admit that because people won't admit it. Lisa went from
1000%.
600 people and now she has, I've seen highest as 6K people.
1000%. I will admit that I was a part of the problem. The problem with Lisa, right? And listen, people had been messaging me about Lisa for a really long time, but I was really trying to stay away from stuff like this, right? It's time consuming, right? Because I do my research. It's a lot of playbacks and replays and screen recordings and Dropbox. It's a lot, and I was trying not to get involved. I just couldn't help it when she was screaming at people saying that she didn't get a delivery, whatever. That pissed me off, and that's when like that opened the floodgates. The first time that I spoke to Lisa, I'm gonna say this and then I'm not gonna really say much more about it. But I had one phone call with Lisa after the 302. Okay? One phone call. And on that one phone call, that girl admitted every single thing that she does wrong. Okay? That was one of the things that made me go, she knows what she's doing is wrong, right? So there's 200 channels covering her. Why does it need to be me? And then that was after the 302. After the 302, right? I started getting messages. Oh, you're enabling her. You're this. It has nothing to do with enabling her because you best believe that I still file the fucking reports legally that I'm supposed to, right? I still report every cash out. I still, if there's something that needs to be done with the Pittsburgh police, I still deal with it, right? Why? Because she's still, and listen, on the phone call, I told her, you know, there's no escaping this, right? It has gotten too big, and there are too many people that have connections to law enforcement that are turning over evidence. There is no way to stop. That train is on its way. The best thing for you to do is get sober and try to deal with it sober, right? She's a different person in private.
Yeah.
I don't know who's spoken to her in private and who hasn't, but she is a very different person than she is on this app. Okay. And that kind of made me step back a bit, right? Because I started to feel it humanized her for me, right? Because up until that point, all I could see is this girl is doing what she's doing and it's pissing me off, blah, 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 right? behind, but that is not who she is when you speak to her. Okay?
And
Me
that's what people
deciding
fail to
not
realize.
to cover her has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that I do not believe that she should and will be held accountable. It does not have anything to do with the fact that I believe that what she's doing is right or fair, right? But there is, Lisa, saturation, okay, on TikTok and YouTube. Therefore, it does not have to be me.
There's no more awareness to bring. It's done. There's no more. And I
And
appreciate
awareness
you.
turns into, it is such a double-edged sword. It is
Yeah.
such, and so thank you, Mimi. I actually wanted to talk about that. Thank you. Intentions are everything. And the stuff that's going on right now, right? A lot of this outer community shit that's going on. And this is a huge reason why I stick to myself in a lot of different ways. Because this shit that's going on, that's not awareness. That's not awareness. Bullying her is not awareness. If you want to talk about the things that she's done and show proof and show patterns of behavior, that's all fine and good. But calling her names, talking about her teeth, speaking about her children, that is not awareness.
And that's the thing, Bill. And if Nicole wants to cry and be like, I'm being bullied. What do you think Lisa deals with on a daily? And yes, Lisa has put herself out there and done it to herself.
Right.
But nobody deserves that. Hate the disease, not the addict. She is still someone's everything. She is still a person. And listen, I did things in active addiction that I never, even to this day, speak about. Some stuff I do, some stuff I'm going to take with me to the grave because
Right. Of
I'm not
course.
I'm
Just
not
tell
that
your sponsor.
person.
You can't keep it in.
Yeah, well, yeah, you know what I mean. I'm not going to tell TikTok.
Yeah, no.
Like,
No.
but I appreciate you, Villain.
You're always welcome. I didn't mean to turn it into this.
No, I'm just glad you heard our side because
Yeah.
it's like we have the evidence and we ask them to show the proof and they don't. And that to me
I
speaks
started feeling
volumes.
I started feeling some kind of way when I saw A Hood being platformed by them.
Bro.
And I said, do they know that he's
a trip, man. He came in Show Me's box and I looked at him and said, "Who are you? We don't even know you."
Oh no, but I gave grace. I was like, do they not know what he's done? Were they not around when, cause I was involved. I have spoken to his victim. Okay. I was involved with that call out in 2021.
Well, Villain,
right?
you know what he said when I asked him? Chevy said something to him. He said, "Why beat the charges?" And I was like, "It doesn't mean you didn't do it. Just because you beat him."
He did it. He did it.
Okay,
Jasmine
well.
is her name. And they did a pretty good job of scrubbing the Justice for Jasmine hashtags. But if I could find my original videos, I will post them. Because I absolutely, Mama Cass had him by the fucking balls when it came to Jasmine. Okay? And she was not the first. Multiple victims came forward after the fact. Okay? So when I saw that happen, I was like, wait a second. Do they know who they have in their box right now? I was confused. And then it was Victoria. And I'm like, so wait a second. We're doing awareness on Lisa, but we're cozying up to women beaters and scammers. How does that work? And that was kind of the last, that was kind of it for me. But yeah, it's unfortunate. And listen, I feel like if you feel it, hypocrisy is an issue for me. I don't know why. It just really bothers me. It bothers me. And if I see it, and I'll just remove myself. I haven't said much publicly, right? Like I just keep it moving. I unfollow, block, or whatever, and then I keep it moving. But now you're attacking somebody. This is now the second time using racism as a crutch when there's no proof of anybody being racist. That's wild to me. I keep hearing about Scam Slam, but I don't know enough to mention it. But I'm gonna end because my brother is texting me. It's laundry time, sissy. It's laundry time because
I have to listen, and it is because let me tell you something. I have made a lot of mistakes with my platform, right? But what you will always see, if I make a mistake, if my words are taken out of context or something, I said something wrong and it was taken the way I didn't mean to convey it, you will see a video about me correcting it. You will see me apologize to whoever it is that needs apologizing to. And you know what else I do? I change that fucking behavior. That's why I keep the credibility I have, because people know that if I'm wrong, I will own the fact that I was wrong. I have no problem doing that. But these people kind of just wrong and then they ignore it and keep it moving. And that is why they get what they get, right? Anyway, I hope everybody has a good day. Remember, all the gifts that I got during this live are being transferred. I haven't found one yet. I will say that 1000%, but I will. I want to see what, area gets hit the hardest before I find the donation spot, but it will be transferred. And when it gets to, when I send it, I will post the receipts, right? Because that's what I do. Have a good day, y'all.